In news just coming in, the Supreme Court, which has heard arguments on the quantum of punishment for the Ansal brothers, Gopal and Sushil, who had been convicted in the 1997 Uphar fire tragedy case, has now said there is no need for Sushil and Gopal Ansal to go to jail. Vedyanathan joining us for more on that. Vedya, what more details do we have?
And there are two important points. One, basically, for the last 2 days, the Supreme Court is hearing arguments from the Gopal Ansal and the Sushil Ansal and the victim side and also CBI. The issue before the court was that to enhance the sentence or not, because 2-year sentence was given by the trial court, but Delhi High Court made it to 1 year. But the Supreme Court last year, 2 judges deferred in their opinion on the sentence, but conviction was made. So conviction is already there. These three judges today decided on the quantum of sentence. So at the end of the hearing today, the court held that they've already undergone, Gopal, Sushil Ansal has already undergone 5 months and 22 days in jail, and Gopal Ansal 142 days. They said whatever they've already undergone is fine. It's okay. There is no need for them further to go into jail. But they will have to pay 30 crores each, totally 60 crores to the Delhi government within 3 months, which will be used for setting up trauma centers in Delhi. But CBI argued and said that the maximum sentence of 2 years under the negligence IPC should be given to them. The victims also said the message should be sent to the country that these businessmen should be sent to jail. But Mr. Jaithmalani, appearing for the Ansal, said that for the first time they committed this offence as per rules and law. Even Supreme Court judgment, whatever they have already undergone the jail term should be treated as sentence. So at the end of the day, Supreme Court said that they will give the reasoning why they have given this judgment. The reasoning will be pronounced tomorrow, but they said it today that whatever they have undergone, both the brothers, Ansal brothers, the jail is fine. That's over. No need for them to go to jail further. But the fine they will have to deposit within 3 months. But
now, were there a total of 59 people who died, 100 others who were injured in that massive fire at the Uphar Cinema Hall. Now, as you were saying, both the CBI and indeed the victims of the fire tragedy and their families had demanded that the Ansals be convicted under more stringent sections. So that's clearly not happened. But now the fact that they will no longer undergo any more jail term at all, according to the Supreme Court, that's going to come as a huge disappointment for victims' families.
I can just describe you Neelam Krishnamurthy, who was forefront with her husband, Mr. Krishnamurthy, in this case. As soon as the judges said no need for us to take further jail term and only fine, she immediately rushed out weeping, and she in fact, couldn't control her emotions. And she wept outside, and everyone gathered to console her. But she said, even if the court wants to take contempt action, let it take against me. But this is only a small pretense, and she should have gone to jail, and she couldn't control herself.
Earlier, of course, remind us of the details of the case where they are the High Court reducing the sentence of the Ansal brothers from 2 years to 1 year. And now you're saying that they have only, in fact, served part of that term, but the court's saying that they need not serve any more jail time, and just the fine of some 60 crores will suffice. Is that correct?
Exactly. In fact, the incident happened in 1997, and 59 people who were in the balcony were killed because of the fire in the Ansals dam. So after the trial court said that they charged them under negligence, both the brothers, and awarded them 2 years jail and some compensation. But the High Court reversed it 1 year, and the victims and the CBI came to the Supreme Court saying that they should be given maximum sentence, more should be that. But last year, 2 judges bench deferred in their 2 judges bench offered the conviction, but on the sentencing thing, they deferred with each other. So now, after that, it was sent to 3-judge bench. 3-judge bench started hearing the case from Tuesday. So today, after final arguments, suddenly at the end of the day, the Supreme Court pronounced the judgment saying that whatever the Ansal brothers have undergone the jail term, that's enough, no need for them to go further. But said that 60 crores, 30 crores each, they will have to pay within 3 months to the Delhi government, which will be used for setting up trauma centers.
Right, Vedya, you were talking earlier about how Neelam Krishnamurthy, who's really been, in a sense, the face of the Uphar fire tragedy and indeed the fight for justice for victims, how she got very emotional when she heard the court's decision on this. But really, for all those of all the people who've been fighting for justice, this is going to be very disappointing indeed. What sort of a message really do they feel that the court's ruling today sends out?
Yes, you are right. In fact, CBI argued saying that the court should send out a message because public safety has come for the first time before the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court should not just levy fine, but send these businessmen, rich people who wanted to just even knowing that this will happen in the cinema theatre, but they did it because of money. So message should be sent out to the country, and these people should be sent to jail. And victims' side, Mr. Tulsi argued saying that when the court asked, you want fine or we want them to send to jail, Ms. Tulsi said that we don't want any sort of money. We want these two brothers to spend some time in jail to understand the difficulty which the victim's family undergone. But finally, after hearing some of the arguments, the court said that
Yes.
whatever jail term undergone is enough. Only a fine of...
Right. Oh, all right, Vaidya, thanks very much indeed for joining us. So if you're just tuning in, a quick recap of that big story. 59 people died in that Uphaar fire tragedy, but the Supreme Court today saying that there is no need for the Ansals to serve any further jail term. They need not go to jail. The Supreme Court imposing a fine of 60 crore rupees on them, 30 crores each to be paid within the next 3 months. We'll continue to get you more reactions to that big story.